Hi guys, how's it going today? So today I'm going to look at ZCash. It's traded on bitfinex. So it's a coin that's caught my attention because it's retracing to near a buy zone right now in a support zone. And I feel that a long-term hold on this coin is actually it's not the best coin for day trading, put it that way. Okay, there's not a lot of volume, and it's so expensive for each coin, and it doesn't move that much in a particular day for day trading. But for a long-term hold, it's a really good coin in general. But day trading, never been a fan of it on bitfinex. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is see extensions of where it possibly reached. And what we see is it actually reached a perfect extension for the third wave. Like it could not have been any more ideal, right? The third wave extension, or this extension in general, where people would have targeted, first of all, a 1-to-1 ratio, and they would have targeted maybe a higher or slightly lower conservative approach as well. So this is target 1, this is target 2. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to count Elliott waves and see what we can count. Now I saw Hyjin's video, and Hyjin's video says that it said that it was going to be a minor correction basically and reach $2,500. I disagree with that 100%, and I'm going to rationalize why. And I also disagree with his wave count as well. No disrespect to him, but I don't think it's going to reach $2,500 anytime soon. So I do have a bullish and a bearish scenario. Now the way that we would count this wave would be probably down there as 1. Here's 2. Here's an X attempt that failed. X attempt that failed. And I would probably call this 3 or 2 there, and I call this around 3. And right now we are right in the buy zone of where the wave 1 territory ended, and that took a long time to consolidate. We're talking about months and months and months. We're talking like May to November. Okay, so how long was that? And then we'll just say 5 is up there somewhere for now, and we'll get a better idea. So if we take a look at the date for consolidation here, we would notice right away that, like, let's just say that this one ends roughly around the same date. Okay, like we're talking about a long consolidation period here. But because this one hit a 1-to-1 extension 161.8, a long-term target, guys, is very viable. Okay, a long-term target is incredibly viable. If that one hit about 161.8, then we're just going to assume right away, easily, that this one could do about $1,217. And we're talking about a long time, okay, guys? We're talking about, like, you know, like in a few months from now, possibly by the end of the year. But I wanted to take a look at anyways, because right now, if I take Fibonacci retracement from here to here, it's actually falling to a very respectable region already. Not only is it a respectable region, but we're nearing this peak of the wave 1, which is also in the 0.618 Fibonacci region, right? So it makes me wonder, obviously there's going to be some sort of consolidation in here. It's going to be some sort of massive consolidation, whether it comes in the form of a triangle, you know, something like that maybe, or whether it comes in an ascending triangle if it's super bullish, which I doubt, you know, whether it comes in some sort of wedge as well, right? Something like that. Who knows? It can come in a flag consolidation where we get something like that maybe, right? A channel. But either way, this consolidation is nearing, guys. We're reaching at the very, very bottom end of the Fibonacci levels and a very peak area right here. So people are going to be incredibly interested in this coin soon. Now that we've established some buy zones, we're going to take a look at some of the indicators here. Okay, we see it on a tear down right now. But the thing about this is that the blue line on the moving average and the red line, they tend to stay near each other. If one snaps too far away, the other one, or if the blue one snaps too far away, then it snaps closer back to the red line. It's just how it is. And what we're seeing as well, the 4 hour, is that we're getting a higher high. So a breakout is very, very near right now. We're getting a higher high on there, and we are in dangerously oversold zones right now. And what we want on the histogram especially is for it to round out. So eventually it looks like it's going to round out. We're getting a positive histogram tick up already. Now if we just keep going down, I bet you it's starting to round out already, and some of it will even be positive. See on the 3-hour chart, it's starting to look like it's going to round out. I think it's going to go down a tiny bit more. Don't get me wrong. It's probably going to test that Fibonacci level again. But I do believe that it is reaching a peak right now. So I'm seeing a lot of plays. I mean, doesn't this look like it's about to curve up to you guys? Right? And we're getting it bullishly diverging right now. It's following Bitcoin, don't get me wrong as well there. It's following Bitcoin, but it just looks like it's so close right now. The 1 hour one is just hovering down here, just looking like it's ready to go up. And this does look like a fifth wave, right? Like a fifth wave extension down here, where it makes kind of like this, right? You know, kind of like that right there. Maybe one more touch somewhere in this green buy zone. Like this green buy zone to me is pretty extreme. We'll say, okay, it's pretty extreme. But the best we can really say is like on the very low end, like 375 about. We'll say like 375-ish, and anywhere under, you know, like under $425, right? I mean, if that were the case, excuse me, I got sneezed. Oh, I almost sneezed there. Ah, give me a second. Oh, yeah, this cold's not going away. It's been here for about a week and a half now. Actually, no, not a week and a half. My dad's had it for about a week and a half. And I've had it for about 3 days now only, so. Yeah, so good retracement level right there. Now, what we can come to expect is that a wave 4 retracement is obviously going to make some sort of ABC pattern like that, right? It's going to make some sort of ABC. But based on the intensity of this A wave coming down, it looks to me like this one is going to end up making a triangle instead. This usually happens, could be like that, could be like that. This usually happens whenever Bitcoin does this right here. Or sorry, I got sidetracked for a second. This usually happens when the intensity of A moves down a lot. And then we might get some sort of A, B, C like that, but most likely it'll be like an A, B, C, D, E kind of pattern here like that, right? That's a really likely pattern as well. A, B, C, D, and E. So yeah, I'm thinking super likely pattern. I mean, we have to evaluate the risk to reward, right? So first of all, we know that it's retraced to roughly this zone that we're targeting as a buy zone. And my buy zone will probably be, because I'm on bitfinex, guys, I'm interested in trying to catch the very bottom. My buy zone will basically be under $425. Well, I'll start laddering my buys, right? I'll start laddering my buys, maybe some right now, maybe some a little lower, even more there and around there, those ranges. And I want to do that because I'm expecting a bounce. I'm expecting a bounce like this to at least a 382 Fibonacci level, and a Fibonacci level is right here, right? Like, let's say I entered right around the $400 range, okay? Like, I got my base price to there. And let's say I'm targeting the 0.5 Fibonacci level, okay? Stop loss, maybe a round number, like $350. Well, you're only risking a little bit. You're only risking about 13% right here. And don't forget, I'm no financial advisor, okay, guys? I'm no financial advisor, but you'd be risking only 13% of your position size with a risk to reward ratio of 3.84. So I see this as a really, really good setup right now where everything looks like it's rounding off because it's in such oversold zones. And we also see the volume picking up a lot as well during the day, right? Usually when volume picks up, it's sell-off volume as well, like during mass dumps with Bitcoin. And then when it starts to pick up as well, the uptrend starts. I mean, if we just zoom in right now, we're starting to see the volume massively spike, like for the past actually a while now. Sorry, let me just go back to exchange time at Chicago here, because I'm central time in Canada. So since 9 in the morning, so about 3.5 hours now, we're seeing it spike. We're seeing it spike quite a bit right now, and volume, intense volume is starting to pick up, right? And because of that, like, it gives me a good, it's dying off now, because I don't think we're right at the bottom yet. I think anywhere between entry of 375 to about, like, say, we'll say 415, okay? Like, we'll say entry under 425, right? Risk to reward. You still got a chance to gain about 50% of your money if it does bounce here. And your stop loss is set really tight. And that's actually a really, really good risk to reward, in my opinion, 3.84. So that's all I wanted to say right now for this particular analysis. That long term, guys, long term, I do agree that I do agree with Hygen, it's going to get pretty high, but I don't agree with the $1,000 projection yet. That's a little bit too extreme and hard to extrapolate because we haven't finished all these projections yet. But I do agree that, or I do think that if it hits the 1618 region, we have a very likely chance for the fifth wave to hit somewhere right there, the 261.8, about 1191-ish. That would be a target for wave 5. So let's just say it makes a symmetric triangle, okay? Let's say it makes a symmetric triangle, and this is the lowest it'll get, because it's the 6.8 level again. Well, right now, like 423, like under 415 to 375, it might actually be the lowest it could ever get again, right? Because then the impulse wave starts over here, and then we end up riding it up to $1,200. So this is a really, really low risk one to me. In fact, my stop loss when I buy this is probably going to be about 325. I'm willing to risk that much. I'm willing to risk that much, 325. No problem at all on my end. Yeah, so now the risk to reward's not that bad, 2.62. So the target is literally $600, right? $600, or we can even go a more conservative one, like $495, right? Target 1, $495, target 2, $600, like that, okay? That's my prediction, and I do think long term, once again, 1191 is a really good number. So those that are in a Zcash position, you know, once again, I'm no financial advisor, but you guys got a choice, right? To shed off some of your risk and try to shed off some of your risk if you believe it's going to go lower, right? But right now, if I were in a position where I'm holding some Zcash between 5 to 600, I'd probably, like myself, this is me, I would probably end up buying more right now, like a lot more. If I was holding, like, say, I don't know, let's just say 100 Zcash or something like that, okay? Or like 30, 40 Zcash, whatever. I'd probably end up buying 30 or 40 more just to try to get a better base price, because I do believe it's very near the bottom right now already. And Bitcoin is nearing so close to the bottom, right? And Zcash is in such oversold zones right now already that it can only go down so much more as well. So I do think it's very close. I think that it's a really good entry range is between 375 and 415-ish. And, you know, we want to target somewhere between about 500 to 600. Like really conservatively, target 1, 495 aggressively at the 0.5 fib level, maybe about 600 aggressively, but long term, we still stand at about 1191. And I hope that this technical analysis has helped you guys in one way or another. If you guys are unsure with some of the methodology that I'm using for these technical analysis, you know, leave some comments. And if there's enough concerns about what I'm referring to, sometimes I'll address it in an issue so that we can all understand it and try to be on the same page. And other than that, I'd really appreciate an upvote on Steemit. I know that I say it in every video, but it's it's my top coin this year. And I've always been interested in platforms like Reddit and like Steemit, you know, where you can read a lot. So I find technology like that kind of interesting. And I also find technology like, you know, Ethereum and stuff like that are super interesting as well. So even though I don't do a lot about fundamentals, you know, just generally speaking as a hobby outside of trading, just reading up a little bit on it here and there. If you guys like it, be sure to subscribe, like, and upvote it on Steemit, YouTube, and Twitter. And if you guys have any requests of coins, you know, shoot them out. I really want you guys to make requests for coins, right? I want to be sure that you guys have lots of different insight. I'm sure that there's times where you think that you're right or wrong and you're doubting yourself or you're sure of yourself and you just want a second opinion. That's all that I am, guys. I'm not the Bible. I'm not a prophet of any sort, like people call me on Bitcoin Cash. Thank you for that reputation, because I've hit the mark on Bitcoin Cash so many times, guys, that like it's getting a little bit ridiculous with my predictions sometimes with Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, like the one time I predicted 2800, we hit 27.99, and the time that I predicted $850 correction and we hit 851, right? Just those two times alone, it's been, so yeah. But anyways, the goal is to make sure that you guys also have another source of information, right? You got to make sure you have multiple sources of information so you can maybe get your own consensus or a group consensus, or you can formulate your own opinion. This way you can evaluate your risk and reward combined with your opinion, right? Combined with your opinion. Whether I'm right or wrong, guys, I don't care. I don't care if I'm right or wrong, okay? But the goal is I'm just going to keep taking these chances And I've been doing this for 2 years, guys. And I kid you not that, you know, my first 6 months doing it was really bad. Been doing it for full time, 8 months. You know, quit my job as an engineer to do this full time, guys. All right. So I've been getting much better at it, and I've treated it as a learning curve and as a puzzle, right? Where you just want to constantly get better. So I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I feel like over time I've developed a really good system of good risk to reward and good strategies, and that's why I'm creating these videos to try to add to your source of opinions and information out there. So I hope that it's helping you guys down the road. So good luck with Zcash if you decide to enter this trade. I think it's very promising long term. I mean, long term, like if you put in $10,000, guys, like you have a chance to get up to $12,000, right? That's exciting to think about, a 300% profit, or even $1,000 in a few months. You know, you might be making 3 grand on it, right? That's a lot of money. So good luck, guys. Good luck, traders. Stay cautious today. Watch out for Bitcoin. Please don't get liquidated ever. If you guys get liquidated, make sure you are watching my margin trading video, okay? I try to link that every few days because I held a poll, guys, on my Twitter about who made, during this downtrend, who made money, who lost money, and who got liquidated. And 13% of the people got liquidated. So please be cautious. Take it easy, traders.